Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
He's a level 3 still whiskey sommelier.
He's a master level mooch.
Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
And today it's all about, we got the Michter Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Bourbon. And
that was a mouthful.
No, Daniel, maybe a little wet t-shirt. I don't know.
Okie dokie, artichokey.
Man.
We're doing Michter's 10-year-old bourbon. You didn't like artichokey? That really flummoxed you.
No, it really did. Because here's why. Here's why. I'll tell you exactly.
We're cool and trendy.
No, shut your face.
Oh!
Here's why. Because I rail against the dad joke.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it's just, there's no imagination involved. But the one saving grace
I disagree.
The one saving grace of a dad joke is, well, at least it's tried and true humor. It's, beating a dead horse because it's been used so many times. But with that okie dokie artichoke, it's like this fuck, it's just
Oh, dude, pick that whiskey up.
I don't know, I just don't even want to anymore. I'm over it.
I'll take yours.
All right, I'm in it.
So, a couple of cool things about this. So, Michter's...
Oh, man.
I know. Michter's is one of these whiskey companies that just won't lead me wrong, man. Every time I pick up Michter's, I think, yes, yes.
The nose
perfect.
This is the bourbon?
This is the bourbon, 10-year-old bourbon.
I don't get this kind of floral note out of other bourbons.
Yeah, almost flower, like full-on flowers, like a full garden.
Yeah.
Now, here's the cool thing.
Usually you just get like the honey and the cherry and the apple and the wood. This is...
Pam Heilman is the new master distiller for Michter's.
Okay.
First woman master distiller since Prohibition.
Okay.
That's pretty damn cool.
Sure.
This is one of hers. For those of you who are super nerdy, this is the barrel 77G 1046.
Oh man, there's some type of Christmas spice on the nose. In combination, not even behind the flowers, in combination with the floral note.
So the name Michter started in 1753 in Pennsylvania. There's even a rumor that George Washington bought some of their whiskey for his soldiers.
Is it an alcoholic nutmeg? What is that spice?
Yeah, absolutely. It could be nutmeg.
Huh. One of my...
I am getting molasses, though.
Okay. Treacle?
I'm getting treacle.
Treacle?
Triacle.
Treacle?
Triacle.
So there's so many people, because there's like, how do you not know what treacle is?
Yeah, treacle.
It's like, we know what molasses is.
Triacle.
That's not, I don't think it's a southern thing.
Trackle.
Treacle.
Trackle.
Treacle.
Trackle.
Treacle.
Trackle.
Nailed it. So one of my favorite whiskeys right now, period, is Michter's American whiskey. Okay, I'm curious to see how this compares to the American whiskey. The reason why that American whiskey can't be called bourbon because it's aged in used
oak,
barrels.
And by the way, when I said first woman since Prohibition, I'm not talking about in any distillery in the world. I'm talking about in the Kentucky Bourbon Association.
Oh, fine.
Or Distillers Association.
I'm gonna say a word when you taste oranges.
Okay. You already said it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, oranges.
I'm not gonna have a shot at it now.
Yeah, it's just all oranges.
La 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 la. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's actually the actual orange peel, like the bitter. It's bitter.
Yep.
Slightly bitter. That's the barrel, I'm guessing, because 10 years in a barrel.
Yeah.
Now remember,
That orange juice.
You want to know one of the reasons I love Michter's? It's because they prove that sourced whiskey, which is what Michter's is, right?
Sure.
That sourced whiskey, or at least their stuff,
can be good if you do good things to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michter's American, not this, a lot of different people that have tried that out now, and it's like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 people absolutely love it. And kind of like Glenfiddich, like a Jameson, like Monkey Shoulder, like Macallan. There's always some people that no matter how popular it is, they're like, it's not for me. And one of the things that's really strange to me about whiskey, no matter how often you tell somebody, hey, taste is subjective and what I like you may not like, then it was like, okay, cool. Well, I tried that one thing that you recommended. I loved it. I tried this other thing you recommended, and I loved it. And I tried this other thing, and I hated it. Now I'm questioning all the other things I love. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? It's like food, right? There's some foods that you go out and you eat with friends, and you have
Everyone's
similar
fine,
taste, and they absolutely love it. And then they say, oh my gosh, I love this thing. You have to try it. And
Like,
you
hey, let's
hate
get
it.
oysters.
It's
And you're
like,
oh, I'm not eating oysters.
food. It is going to be the same kind of batting average as food. It's that simple. It's not like there's an objectively amazing whiskey for any and everybody. So can I say I like the nose better than the taste?
Yes.
I like the nose better
I
than
felt
the
that
taste.
way about the Colonel E.H. Taylor.
I like the nose better than the taste. What was your mental note there?
Allspice.
Allspice.
That's the Christmas spice that I got. Allspice.
Okay.
Not nutmeg.
I just kind of want to smell this. The taste is fine. Taste is fine. I feel like for a bourbon, it's
more cherry candy.
It's
in the
not-
taste than
it's
you
not
would expect.
it's not a predictable bourbon. There's some uniqueness. Specifically, the uniqueness feels to me that it comes from this orange peel.
And when I get is when you first take a drink, it's round and thick and sweet, and then it just thins out.
It does.
All right, right at the very end, it just goes shoom,
And
thin.
and the thing that stays with you are the oils from the orange peel.
Which the bitterness is going to be coming from the barrel.
Lord Burgundy. I have a question for you guys that I've been thinking about. People who are really into whiskey prefers whiskeys with the higher proof. You detect more flavor in it, but what I'm hearing, but whenever people do get a higher proof whiskey, they add water to it when tasting. What the hell? How is that any different from distilleries adding water to their product to make it 40-ish proof?
Okay, so there's two things that are happening. A distillery will usually add it, hopefully, if they're doing it correctly, over time, right? Not all at once. And then they'll let it rest before they bottle it. Right? So what you're tasting in the glass is after the water has had time to assimilate into the whole whiskey. So when you add water to the glass, you're creating the fracture, and then you're immediately trying it. So you're not giving it time to rest and assimilate if you drink it immediately. And so you're getting to taste what the whiskey tastes like when you're breaking apart its component bits. And that's very different than a distillery. Now, what I will say is that usually a master distiller is bottling at a specific proof because he tried all the options, and this was where the whiskey was most alive for him. Now, what you want to know is, because we just talked about taste being subjective, maybe that's not your preferred flavor. So you add water to see if you agree with the master distiller on the destination of the best profile for that whiskey.
If you want, we actually did an entire video about how, when, and why to add water to whiskey on our other channel.
Whiskey Biscuits.
We'll link it up here. That goes deep into that. We actually do several experiments with it. Oh, the other thing is, taste being subjective, and people say, hey, I tried this whiskey and I didn't like it, and then for whatever reason, like originally I was sick or I was trying it with food, and then I didn't have anything else to drink. I said, fine, I'll try it again, and they adored it.
Oh yeah, you need to try a whiskey at least 6-7 times in different circumstances before you know if you've really found it or not.
Well, the circumstances can be anything from temperature, which we have another video on Whiskey Biscuits, by the way. We did temperature experiments, whether or not to chill a whiskey. We'll link that up here. Food pairing, adding water.
After other whiskeys.
And
as a matter of fact, even better if you don't know what you're drinking. Because you can come to a conclusion just going, do I like this or not, as opposed to knowing what you're being poured.
So anytime somebody says, yeah, I really didn't like that whiskey, I was like, well, how many times did you try it? And in what context did you try it?
Yep, absolutely.
Because there's some that I thought, oh my God, my life has changed forever.
And then the next time.
And they're like, oh, what was I thinking?
I felt that way about a cigar the other day. I tried another cigar and I went, oh my God, this is perfect. I bought a box. When the box came in, I got halfway through the box and before I realized I really don't like this cigar.
Samuel DeBout. How do you two get home if you drink so much whiskey in the day? Because I think you mentioned you filmed these back to back.
So remember, we talked about this, but I want to keep saying this. Look at these.
So
See those glasses?
This is the third episode, right?
Has not consumed those. Right?
I haven't had a full pour yet. We're on episode 3.
Those are leftovers. We've maybe had 3 to 4 sips per person per episode. I'll tell you, I have never finished a whiskey shoot, and I have a police department issue breathalyzer in my office. I've never finished a whiskey shoot blowing more than a .02. and the legal limit is 0.08.
And he's a hobbit.
And I'm a hobbit. That's how little we drink. Now, I will tell you,
and also we work here, so we do have to be somewhat functional and productive.
As a touring musician, I can tell you get very, very good at looking like you're drinking a lot when you're not hardly drinking.
Yeah.
I used to be able to play a 2-hour concert on guitar with 1.5 ounces pour of whiskey.
Honestly, it'd
take me 2 hours to finish.
We haven't talked about it. I have a suspicion that that's why Daniel has always been so shitty about pulling out comparisons with ice, pulling out comparisons with adding some water, because it would result in us drinking
a lot more
whiskey.
Yep.
But I'm okay because I'm here to help.
As you're a giver.
The people. One punch hutch. Anyone else thinking Rex is growing out his hair to give Daniel a finger?
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
Ah, so good.
Yeah, if I had amazing hair, Rex would not have done anything with his hair. However...
I haven't done anything with my hair.
However, Rex is growing a beard because he's jealous.
You know, my kids, though, it was like 2 weeks and I hadn't shaved. My kids were, Dad, are you growing a beard? It's like, maybe, I don't know. Are you gonna grow it like Daniel? Why would I grow it like Daniel? Yeah.
Yeah,
grow it like Daniel, Dad. Long beard. It's like,
no, that's gross.
More videos than we get, the longer his hair gets and the shinier Daniel's head gets.
That's because I'm greasing it up. I gotta stand out somehow in these videos.
So what was
I'm getting a little here. We'll get a little whiskey balm going. How's that?
I'm so turned on.
Water it off. Water it off. Pour it off.
Now it's a wet t-shirt.
That just took a wrong turn.
Damn good Michters. If you're into Michters.
I prefer this. The Cardinal E.H. Taylor Seasoned Wood.
I prefer the Michters American if we're going down the Michter.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because Michter's American has all of those wood sugar notes that come from used barrels that are wonderful with none of the bitterness of a new barrel.
Oh, and speaking of, dude, we're just plugging the hell out of biscuits today. We did how to make the best whiskey for a Manhattan, and we compared a bunch of them. And
American Michter's
it was in there. No spoilers. It made an appearance, so we'll link that up there.
American Michter's. All right, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
If you drink,
may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.